Those stumps thought they were safe. Wrong move. The beasts are rolling in, and nothing's walking away. Welcome to X Machines. Time to get dirty. Every spin of the disc sends dirt flying, wood chipping, and roots surrendering. 1 to 20 carbide teeth, rotating fury, and nearly 2,000 pounds of mass keep it locked on target. It doesn't just cut, it dominates. The Airvark TRK 16008 hooks onto the tractor and turns raw pulling power into forest cleanup. With 8 heavy discs biting the ground, branches, roots, and brush roll in like waves. Order carved out of chaos. Caterpillar D7F brings 200 HP and 22 tons of muscle into the forest. With every push, the ground trembles as roots snap, soil bursts open, and massive timber is ripped out like scraps of paper. This isn't careful excavation, it's raw domination, where steel meets earth and refuses to yield. Brute force doesn't just clear the way, it rewrites the landscape. Menzi Muck M545 isn't just an excavator, it's a mountain climber with 173 HP and hydraulic reach. Add the Dennis Kimov DH100D spinning past 2,200 RPM and steep slopes melt into mulch. Precision mobility meets shredding fury. The Dia 410 backhoe dominates tough stumps with ease. Tackling a 29-inch root, its hydraulic power and digging force tear through stubborn roots, making heavy-duty work look effortless. God, watch this. Alpine rhino teeth bite into oak like steel fangs. Each spin of the wheel shaves decades of growth into chips. This is precision brutality. With carbide-tipped cutters spinning at over 200 RPM, backed by 110 HP of hydraulic drive and nearly 5,000 pounds of downforce, even the toughest oak stumps surrender in minutes. A storm of wood meets a monster of steel. With 462 HP driving the Xerion 4200 and a Hysohack rotor chewing at 1000 RPM, whole logs vanish into uniform chips. Nothing holds the line. This is brute efficiency on 3 points. Rotor 3P hooks to the tractor, engages PTO, and suddenly the ground shakes. Roots crack, fibers shred, and stumps vanish. A homemade chainsaw wired with a 1.5 kV three-phase motor, spinning 3,000 RPM, this is backyard engineering at full throttle. Wood fibers scream and raw power hums through steel. Kubota U55-4, 47 HP and a rugged stump splitter. With over 5 tons of operating weight pressing down, every squeeze drives steel deeper into the heart of the stump. Compact in size, but built for serious clearing, this machine proves that power is not about bulk, it's about control and raw bite. Nothing rooted stands against it. The Woodcracker R900 with up to 50 tons of splitting force, this jaw crushes hardwood stumps. Each bite drives hydraulics deep, lifting roots, tearing soil, and leaving nothing anchored. This is industrial-level demolition precision. When the R900 bites, the forest floor obeys. So this is where 200 horsepower meets nature's toughest challenge. That stump thought it was here to stay, but Agrotron had other plans. No hesitation, no mercy, just unstoppable force. "850 horses under the hood. Albach Diamant doesn't chip wood, it erases trees. With a massive rotor and automatic feed, entire trunks vanish in seconds. This is 50 tons engineering turning raw forest into clean biomass. Nothing stands against that bite. This is kind of satisfying to watch, like a huge campfire. Don't let the size fool you. XCMG XE20E is a 2-ton fighter. With 20 HP on tap and a digging depth of 2.3 meters, it squeezes into tight spaces and rips earth like a giant. That homemade jigsaw runs on a 1.5 kilowatt motor at 3,000 RPM. No fancy covers, just raw steel and a blade tearing plywood to ribbons. This isn't farming, it's industrial harvest. 18 tons of steel, hydraulic muscle, and a cutting width over 4.5 meters. Every pass clears the field with ruthless precision. The Pro Green 5000 doesn't just grind, it dominates. With 100 HP under the hood and a rotor weighing several tons, entire hardwood trunks vanish in seconds. This is what industrial muscle looks like. That cone screw bites into the log like a drill from hell. With PTO power driving 540 RPM, the TZ4K14B turns stubborn hardwood into firewood in seconds. Simple mechanics, brutal efficiency. This is old school engineering at its finest. The roar of that chainsaw against a trunk nearly 70 centimeters thick. This is where skill meets raw danger. Every cut is a gamble with gravity and steel. That PTO-driven beast slices branches like butter, steel drums spinning at over 1,000 RPM, powered by 60-plus HP from the tractor. It's raw speed, no hesitation, no mercy. When whole logs hit the CIM 750 feeder, the Cambio 800 doesn't hesitate. Steel knives strip bark at over 50 meters per second. Precision meets brute efficiency. A 20-inch log, solid as stone, yet this steel cone rips it apart with 25,000 Nm of torque. It's not cutting wood, it's breaking its will. The ground shudders as the Model 925 stump plow tears into roots buried for decades. With over 500 horsepower driving steel blades, it lifts entire stumps in a single surge. The SWS 1000 isn't just a saw. It's a 1,000mm 40-inch circular blade built for destruction, spinning at over 2,100 RPM, driven by a high-flow hydraulic system pushing 120 to 150 liters per minute. It slices through hardwood trunks like paper. Each cut digs a 150mm kerf, sending splinters flying like shrapnel. Mounted on a 5-ton excavator, the arm delivers crushing stability, while the steel blade, weighing nearly 200 kilograms, bites deep without hesitation. The hedge melts away under the tractor-mounted cutter, each stroke slicing clean with 2,500 RPM of blade speed. Thick branches don't resist. They fall in uniform lines. Thanks for being part of the ride. Share your thoughts below. And if the roar of engines speaks to you, hit like and subscribe. Until next time, stay strong, stay unstoppable.